Hello there. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly break down my trip to Granada. I was there for a month. I went in July, August, and it was 37 degrees almost every single day. It was a absolute nightmare because our accommodation did not have air, AC. It didn't have anything to cool us down. It was absolutely bloody hot, which meant we had to live like local Andalusian people would have had to live in terms of going to bed around 1 a.m., getting up at before 10 a.m., and that was horrible because that's when the temperature drops. So yeah, be careful when you go to Granada. If you go July, August, 37 degrees, and it's going to be absolutely boiling. Be careful. I would probably go just before July and just after August when it starts to drop into something reasonable like 25 or 27 degrees. So yeah, take that into account when you decide to go. So yeah, what to see? So yeah, obviously the main thing when people talk about Granada is basically the Alhambra, which is this historical monument that is basically the remnants of the Moorish civilization, the Muslim kingdom that was there. Beautiful place. You have to book in advance and you have to get tickets. And tickets are only valid for the day with which you've booked. If you try to enter without a ticket or you the wrong day, you're not going to get in. This is why I recommend booking twice. Go twice. Go twice to the Alhambra, because when you buy the Alhambra, you can also get what we call the uh, what's called the Palacios Nazarias, which is the Islamic palaces, and those are beautiful. If you can get the sort of after dark tickets, you're in a great position. It's beautiful. But you have to book in advance. We're talking weeks, if not months. Okay, so whatever you decide to do, and when you decide to go Granada, you might want to link it to that because that's going to be your sort of constraining point. So yeah, once you're in that Alhambra complex, huge complex, like I say, book twice. It's so big, you're not going to finish it in a day. You're just not going to do that because you still got the Gardens of General Life, the Jardines del General Life, which is also recommended. Right, so let's say you've done the Alhambra, you've seen the Islamic palaces, you've done 2 days, like I suggest, and it's absolutely worth it. I would then recommend in the evenings before the sunset, so finding out the sunset, go to a Mirador de San Nicolas, and there is a restaurant actually near Mirador de San Nicolas which you can go. It's called, I believe, La Casa. No, sorry, it's called El Huerto de Juan Ranas La Terrazza. That's pretty good. It's a good overview, and you can see Alhambra in the sunset. So you can see that beautiful Islamic castle kingdom as a backdrop. If you go to a restaurant, of course, you can go to the Mirador de San Nicolas and sit there and also enjoy a nice, beautiful view there. A little bit of heads up, if you have too many people in the Mirador de San Nicolas, what I recommend actually, if you're dressed appropriately, is go to the mosque, the major mosque in Granada, which is the Mezquita Mayor de Granada. Has the same views as the Alhambra, and it doesn't actually have a lot of people because it's a place of worship. Of course, it's open to the general public, but many people don't know that. And I'm only saying this if you come in respectfully. Again, it's a place of worship, first and foremost. Again, lots of history as well. Check it out. So yeah, once you've done that, there's also a Iglesia de San Nicolas, which is a church of San Nicolas in the viewpoint of San Nicolas. So check that out. Mirador being viewpoint. We've also got another viewpoint nearby, which is called, I think it's Mirador de Santa Isabel la Real. Beautiful gardens again. Still see Alhambra, and you can definitely go check that out as well. One thing that's not talked about and requires a day is the Abadia del Sacromonte. It's called the Abbey of Sacromonte. Beautiful trip. You have to get a bus from town to get to the Abadia del Sacromonte, the Abbey of Sacromonte. But it's worth a day. It's got crypts, it's got beautiful views, it's got so much history, and honestly, it's just peaceful, great to be with great gardens and things to do. So that's also worth a day as well. The museum games, I wasn't a fan. Too hot for me and wasn't that interesting to me. But you might want to book a flamenco sort of band to sort of enjoy that experience live and check it out at your time. Again, depending on how hot the weather is, you could walk. A lot of hills. Bring good shoes, and bring water. But yeah, it's a lot of things to do. I didn't see the Mirador de San Miguel Alto. That was another thing to see. I wasn't able to do so. we'll see. So perhaps if I decide to go back in the future. But yeah, that's one of the few things. You got the La Catedral de Granada. That was okay. Great tour to see. I would not go see the Basilica de San Juan de Dios. It's honestly an abomination of a church. It's got gold plated and lights, and it just felt more of like a show than a church. I wouldn't go see that at all. It's not, if you're into that stuff, then don't go see it. It's not recommended. Yeah, lots of great cafe places nearby. There's actually a great coffee place outside another church actually that has croissants and coffee you can get for €120, which is awesome. See if I can find the name of that place for you just very quickly. It was on Calle Recogidas, which is the street called Recogidas, and had great coffee. It was a church opposite Zara, so if I can remember the name, I'll tell you. But I think it might have been. It wasn't the Plaza Isabel La Católica. It was a church on Calle Recogidas, right? It was opposite Zara. But yeah, there's a great coffee place there that you can get. Cheap coffees. Absolutely recommended. And great for an early morning, which you probably will be doing, because I'll tell you now, if you go in July, August, you need to wake up early, because that's when it's cool. As soon as midday hits, get off the streets and go to a restaurant or a cafe. It's just not doable at all. So with that in mind, in terms of food places, most of the food places are sort of generic, in terms of they're just there. Oh, by the way, I found it now. It's called the Iglesia San Anton. So it's a Church of Saint Anthony. That's a good church. Check it out. But there's a coffee place there nearby, which is great. So yeah, keep that in mind. Little Street. I forgot the name of it. I'll probably put it in the description, but it's not actually on the maps, so I can't tell you. Right, so that is pretty much what's good to see. There's a little stuff around Granada, little historical sites that are on the Granada sort of town hall website. You can go check out. I'm pretty sure Plaza Isabel La Católica is on there, as well as Puente Romano. There's a few things dotted around. I mean, that you can go see. A lot of them are actually on Carrera del Darro. That's a street name. That's basically on the Darro River, which you can follow along. Also great, by the way, for the evening when the sun has set. Romantic walks. Great romantic walks down that area, and they have flamenco bands. Now, if you don't want to play flamenco, or if you don't want to pay for a flamenco band, like 50, 60 euros, just go to the Darro River, follow it along, and there's always going to be flamenco bands just playing for loose change. So you can just enjoy the experience on the street for free, right? So that's another benefit as well. In terms of anything else to see, I was wanting to see the Real Monasterio de San Jerónimo. Wasn't able to do so, ran out of time, but you should also check out that as well. And in terms of anything else to go see, there's not much else to see. Maybe the Albaicín neighborhood, as well as the Arab shops and markets. That's also quite good. Again, that's in the main square, can't miss it, sort of thing. But in terms of just expert knowledge there, I'm just passing it on. You may want to go check out Nevada Shopping, great shopping mall. If it gets too hot, swing away past the day. Great restaurants as well. Check that out too. And make sure to do your shopping if it's really hot, because you are going to absolutely be boiling. So yeah, basically, moral of the story is get your AC in if you're going in the hot times. If you're going in the winter times of December, it's actually going to be cold. So bring a jacket and get some heating. But yeah, check out the Islamic baths as well. And also remember to, if they are feeling adventurous, I'm pretty sure you can check out Mirador del Embalse de Canales, which is it's like sort of a tourist attraction where you can see like lots of lake and river and mountains views. It's quite good. Yeah, didn't have the time. It's in Canales. Didn't have the time for that. Or you can check out the Sierra Nevada itself with a accompanying tour. That's going to cost some big bucks, probably 1 day, 2 day experience, but yeah, worth it again to really squeeze the juice out of your Granada experience. And again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll catch you next time.